Alright guys, sorry, I feel like absolute garbage again, so we're just gonna kind of go right into the video from this intro. First off, go Timberwolves, they're in the 6th seed now, they're actually dominating. I know the teams they're beating aren't the most convincing teams, but they're winning. It's nice to have a Minnesota sports team that'll get punched in the face and actually fight back for once. Normally we just lay over and die. As far as today's video goes, you guys remember last week how I did my favorite player from every team? Now, I thought about doing my least favorite player from every team, but that just seems like it's going to be a little bit negative. Maybe I'll do that next week. However, for today's video, I am going to be doing my MVP for every single team. Yes, I'm going to go through and tell you guys who my MVP is, who my most valuable player is on every single NFL team right now. You know me, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, but explain my reasonings as best as I can in a short period of time to keep this nice and fluent. Sorry I haven't been drinking any, hopefully I get to soon again, but head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. It's not even fun to like drink and eat flavored things when you're all congested like this. It's terrible. Alright everybody, so here we are once again back at the tier list, and yes, it's going to be another rare instance where it's green for everybody because this is only a positive thing. You're not going to be a team MVP and then be bad, like that doesn't make sense. Alright, so starting off with the Chicago Bears. I don't know, I would say Khalil, but I feel like he's been quiet. It could be Robert Quinn or who's the other guy? Roquan Smith. Robert Quinn's kind of a weird answer, but he's top 5 in the league in sacks right now. And Roquan Smith is top 5 in tackles. I'm going to go with one of those two. Moving on, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pretty obvious here. I'm going to go with Tom. Without Tom, they don't have a ring from last year. Without Tom, they don't have anything going this year. Much of their success offensively comes because of Tom Brady. He is my MVP. Moving on, we got the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go Cordero Patterson on this one. Kyle Pitts has been slowing down, and Cordero Patterson has been consistently putting up points and touchdowns. Matt Ryan's definitely not been consistent, and Mike Davis is fucking garbage. Kelvin Ridley's been non-existent, and I don't think there's anybody to really applaud on their defense. Cordero Patterson is my MVP. Moving on, we got the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett. Pretty clear coat there. He's leading the league in sacks at 14 currently. The amount of pressure that he can put on an entire offense is absolutely ridiculous. I think he's responsible for over 50% of their wins. I really do. He is that explosive, that good. Might be the best defensive player in the league. I've been saying that too. Moving on, we got the Seattle Seahawks. Bobby? Probably Bobby. They have another good defensive player on there too, Jordan Brooks. They're both, I think, top 5 in tackles. Bobby's obviously number 1 with like 120. But this is another team that I don't really want to give it to anybody on offense. Russ has been terrible. DK, I don't know what the hell has been going on with him. Tyler Lockett's only doing everything he can, and Chris Carson can't stay healthy. Moving on, we got the Detroit Lions. Ooh. This could be Hawkinson. It could be Swift. It could probably be Sewell. It could be that really good corner. What the hell's his name? Amani. I'm going to butcher it. It's ORU something. I'm sorry. But he has like 5 interceptions, man. Honestly, it might be him. It's kind of hard to pick an MVP on a team that doesn't have a fucking win, though. Honest to God. I don't know. I think that probably TJ Hawkinson is their most valuable player. Moving on, we got the Cowboys. Oh, man. I'm going to say it's either Dak, Micah, or Trayvon, but that's hard. I can't give it to Trayvon because his coverage is brutal. I mean, his playmaking, like I said, amazing, but I'm going to say Dak. Much as I love Micah Parsons, and you guys know I do, Dak Prescott has shown that without him, the Cowboys are absolutely fucking hosed. Moving on, we got Washington. Jeez. I'm going to go and say Terry because he's more reliable than Antonio Gibson is. He doesn't get hurt. And Terry has been good already with, what, 4 or 5 different fucking quarterbacks? He's like the Brandon Cooks of the league right now. Or the Brandon Cooks of the team, I should say. You got a wide receiver like that who can do good with practically anybody. I have a hard time believing he is not going to be the most valuable asset on that team. Moving on, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Ooh, another good one. I haven't really thought about this. You got to say Kyler is the MVP of the Cardinals right now. He's damn near a league MVP, or at least he was. I know he's kind of been digressing a little bit, but moving on, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts. He's the reason they're winning in the middle of a rebuild. He had one bad game this last week. Yeah, go fucking eat him alive for it. His first 15 career games almost identical to Lamar Jackson. He literally won an MVP. So I don't know what else to tell you. Moving on, we got the Miami Dolphins. Probably Zaven. He hasn't been the interception machine he's been this year, but he has been very good in coverage and his playmaking ability other than interceptions as far as blocking and essentially being able to cover anybody that they put him on. He's been fantastic. Moving on, we got the Patriots. Bill Belichick. If I can't say Bill Belichick, probably Matthew Judon. JC Jackson's got to be having a great year too. Mac, obviously great, but their coach is the reason that they're so good. And if I can't select him, then yeah, I'll probably go with Matthew Judon. I actually just looked it up on my phone. JC Jackson has 7 interceptions, so he's having a very good fucking year. Moving on, we got the Jags. Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the reason that they have one of their 2 wins. Actually, both Josh Allens are the reason they have one of their 2 wins. That shit was so stupid, bro. Moving on, we got the Minnesota Vikings. This is one I was kind of thinking about when I thought of this idea, and I don't really know who to say. There is 1, 2, 3 guys that probably come to mind. Defense, I'm going to go right away. Eric Kendricks, I think he might be the best linebacker in the league. But then we have to flip over to their offense, which is, you know, what the Vikings are all about, and there's 2 guys on there, Justin Jefferson or Dalvin Cook. It's hard, man, because the Vikings win so much more when they have Cook, but Jefferson is here to stay. He's consistent, he's reliable, he is elite. He is the MVP. Moving on, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Watt, pretty simple one there. I'm not going to pick anybody on their offense. I could say Najee, but no. Moving on, we got the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, not a question about it. We have seen who the receivers are with and without him. He makes the Packers what they are. Without Aaron Rodgers, they're fucking nothing. Sorry for the hostility, but that's nothing but the goddamn truth. In Green Bay, you fucking know it. Moving on, we got the Oakland, wow, Wyatt. Oakland, Vegas Raiders. This is either going to be Carr or Denzel Perryman. Denzel Perryman has a ton of fucking tackles too. I just saw that on SportsCenter this morning. I think he is also in the 120s. Does he have more than Bobby? I gotta look it up. Oh, right there. He has second behind Bobby Wagner. But then Derek Carr also leading the league in fucking yards. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a difficult one. I'm gonna probably say Derek Carr. Oh, God. But then again, the defensive stops have been, you know, allowing them to generate the points too, and Denzel Perryman has so much to do with that. I don't know what the fuck to say here, bro. God, well, I'm just gonna stick with Derek Carr. Reliable, underrated. He's kind of digressing, but I think he's still probably the MVP of that team. Moving on, we got the Buffalo Bills. I've obviously thought about this one long and hard. There is not really a lot of options. You could make arguments for Stephon Diggs. You could say Tre'Davious White, but Josh Allen. He's been the best quarterback he can possibly be for that organization and that franchise. He has brought the Bills to new heights that they haven't seen since the, fucking 90s? Moving on, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar, pretty obvious one there. Now, yeah, he had a dog shit game the other day, but first 2 months of the season, he was the only reason they were winning anything. Moving on, we got the Saints. I don't know who to even say here, honestly. I'd probably say Kamara still. Otherwise, I really don't know. Probably somebody on defense, but yeah, I'll stick with Kamara. Moving on, we got the Titans. Well, still Derrick Henry. And they haven't been looking too sharp in recent weeks. Something's going on in Tennessee. They got to figure it out. Moving on, we got the Giants. Kadarius Toney, I don't know. James Bradbury. Who else they got over there? Xavier McKinney, he's been doing pretty good. Hard for me to name an MVP on a team that I just literally despise. Moving on, we got the Colts. Jonathan Taylor. He might be the best running back in the entire goddamn league. He just threw down 80 yards and averaged like 4.2 yards a carry on the best run D in the league. Nobody has been able to run on them, and he just did. He beat Buffalo all by himself. I don't think it's up for discussion right now. Lately, the Colts have been run through Jonathan Taylor. And up next, we've got the Broncos. Patrick Surtain, currently, at least I think, man, he's looking like a goddamn superstar. Actually, Javonte Williams could be up there too. He's been doing very well. Weird that 2 rookies I have as the MVP of that team right now. But they seem to be generating, you know, the most game-changing plays. Moving on, we got the Jets. Christ. Michael Carter. They have somebody doing good on their defense, I think, but I just do not pay attention. Every time I watch the Jets, they're getting their heads kicked in. Up next, we've got the Chargers. Austin Eckler, not even fucking close. Do you know he has 14 touchdowns already? That's what I talk about in the versatility in him. He is incredibly good at being a receiving back, and it's frustrating to anybody who has to play that son of a bitch in fantasy. 7 rushing touchdowns, 7 receiving touchdowns, like 600 rushing yards, 400 receiving yards. Derwin's great, Joey's great, Justin's great, Keenan's great, Mike Williams great. That whole fucking team is great, but none of them are as good as Eckler is right now. Moving on, we got the Chiefs. I haven't thought about this. Mahomes would be the obvious answer, although he hasn't been having that great of a year. We all know how good Patrick Mahomes actually is. But Travis Kelce is just as, important to that offense as Patrick is. You won't find much more of a reliable target than Travis Kelce, but I'll probably still give it to Mahomes. Brought in that team way too much success. Moving on, we got the Bengals. Joe Burrow. You got to think of the man who gives the receiver the football. For as little time he has in the league, I think he looks like a goddamn professional. I think he looks like a winner. Though Joe Burrow, they're not nearly as good. We saw that last year too. Moving on, we got the Texans. Christ. Probably Brandon Cooks, but did you know that their secondary has like top 5 interceptions this year? It's at 14, I saw that, but I don't see anybody who has a ton on their team. I think everybody just has a little bit. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, no, I think Brandon Cooks is the best on that team, man. Moving on, we got the San Francisco 49ers. Fuck. I would say Fred Warner or Nick Bosa? Shit, there's a lot of candidates on that team. Probably say Nick Bosa, though. He has like 11 sacks on the season. He's a beast as fucking always. Moving on, we got the Rams. Fuck, that's a hard one too. Right now, they all look like shit. The only guy in their team who has been consistently great from the start of the season to now is Cooper Kupp. Pretty clear one there for me. And last but not least, we've got the Carolina Panthers. It's definitely not Christian fucking McCaffrey. It's definitely not Cam Newton. I'm gonna go with DJ Moore or Stephon Gilmore right now. Gilmore has been great since he started playing, and DJ Moore has been very good all season long. I'll roll with DJ. And there you guys have it. That is every team's MVP according to me. Alright guys, you know the drill. That is where we're going to stop it for the day. If you disagree or agree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments. You guys know that even though I don't respond and react to every single comment, that doesn't mean I don't read it. I obviously care to see what you guys think. That's one of the funnest parts of my job is seeing your feedback. So seriously, let me have it. If you guys did like this video, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that little bell on. I do my absolute best to post every single day. With all that stuff being said though, guys, I'm going to hop off and edit this shit so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, and as always, I will see you in the next video.